Hello and welcome back, and that is right. Today we want to do a very quick update on the available Synology NAS deals right now during the week of Black Friday. Tomorrow we're going to be doing that big video where we go through all the different regions of the world, covering a bunch of brands, different technology, like we do every year. However, this video I wanted to do completely separate because, weirdly, for a change, there seems to be quite a lot of Synology NAS deals during Black Friday. Generally, this is a brand that barely drops 2 or 3, and this time we've got loads. I think we're in the double figures already, and that's what this video is about. I'm going to hop over to the laptop in a second and go through a bunch of, I would argue, very decent Synology NAS deals that I have found. Keep in mind that everything I'm going to talk about today is linked below, and there are links to each of the individual stores that I'm going to talk about, and of course they are affiliated. We're not putting ads on this video, so any product that you buy from there will result in a commission going to myself, me and Eddie here at NAS Compares, and it allows us to keep doing what we do: the vids, the reviews, the guides, the free support. We see Black Friday as a fundraising thing, help you, help us, but these are genuine deals. Let's hop to the laptop now and let's go through them all. Now, what you're seeing here scrolling on screen is our dedicated page that we've been using to correlate all of these Synology NAS deals. Now, we are doing this for other brands, other storage types, but pretty much everything you can see on screen here, about 60 to 70% of these are still available right now. Now, what do I mean by that? Some deals are ones that have come very, very quickly. There was an early NAS deal, for example, on the DS423. That has now since gone away. I'll be removing that in a second. But deals like this one, including a router that I think will probably come back tomorrow, is for that WRX Wi-Fi 6 mesh router from Synology there. It's currently offline as a deal, but it was live for quite a few days. Now, ones that are available are as follows. A nice, easy, simple, entry-level one here at 27% off. This is a one-base Synology NAS with an ARM-based processor. And this one, again, 133 NECA for a quad-core ARM-based NAS. It's pretty decent. Whether you want to utilize this as a remote backup, and that doesn't have RAID, but RAID isn't a backup, but it's a nice little failover feature to have. But nonetheless, for 27% off, this is a real decent drop for a system that runs DSM 7.2. This runs the latest version of Synology's DSM software there. Now, moving over, let's go to what is probably going to be the most popular deal of this, and that is going to be the DS923. The Powerhouse 4-bay from Synology, or the prosumer 4-bay there, is down to $509. It's a little higher than we've seen it in previous years. We may see another deal on Black Friday itself, and of course I'll add it to this video if there is, but it's pretty unlikely we're going to see a better price than this right now. And this is over on B&8, so again, it's an instant. You don't have to do any code or any of that nonsense. This is the one that can be upgraded, by the way, to 10GBE, so it's quite straightforward, very easy, and a decent little NAS deal, and probably the one that's going to be the most popular for most of you. Now, this is a NAS that I found on offer in 2 different locations, the DS223j. This is effectively kind of the 2-bay equivalent of that little 1-bay I talked about there, the same amount of memory at 1 gig. This system arrives with that same quad-core ARM-based processor and runs the latest version of DSM there. It supports containers as well, and although it doesn't support any of the, higher, heavier stuff that a graphical-enabled processor would allow for, this is still a decent enough little CPU to be getting on with, and 161 for a 2-bay, so you've got your RAID failover there. Not too shabby, not a huge discount, but still a pretty decent discount for a more modest device. And if you don't want to use B&H and you've got some old Amazon vouchers knocking around, it is pretty much exactly the same price right now on Amazon.com there. Again, factor in your tax, factor in your shipping, your Prime, your whatever, but that 2-bay NAS is still a very attractive offer there if you want to get hold of a nice, again, off-site backup NAS rather than a primary NAS or a simple NAS used for multimedia, or even access the surveillance station with a couple of camera licenses. Now, moving forward, we get even smaller. We can look at the BeeStation. Don't worry, they're not all teeny tiny NASes. This is that BeeStation 4TB device. So this for 229 NICA, and that's only 8% off, but you're getting hold of a 1-bay NAS with Synology's a few packages from Synology there, from the backup to the file management, the sharing, and the AI photos. But on top of that, it includes 4TB of storage by default. Yes, there's no RAID, and yes, you can't access the full DSM. It is possible to upgrade the hard drive, but it will invalidate your warranty. We've done a guide on that. But at 229, including the 4TB, this is a very, very good price, again, for a small-scale NAS solution for those that don't really want to get their hands dirty, or as a remote backup service if you choose, as an alternative to cloud services. Because trust me, trying to get 4TB on an annual cloud service from Google Drive and the like, within 1 to 2, maybe 3 years, you're going to spend more than that anyway. Now, 2-bay NAS device, not a huge discount here, but it is still one of the best 2-bay NASs that Synology have released. Not the best, I'll say, that's the DS1822. But this system, this is just like that 923 Plus I mentioned, but it's the 2-bay alternative. It's got the M2s, it's got the option to upgrade to 10GBE, but it is just £416. So again, that other one, when we looked at it earlier on, was $509. So that was knocking around even then at around 460 to 480 quid. So this one here, again, not a huge drop in price, but for that 2-bay, more compact system there with that quad-core AMD Ryzen and ECC memory, it's a very attractive 2-bay offer to get behind there. Next up, going back to B&H, we have got the DS1821 Plus, and I can already hear you in the comments going, where the damn hell is the 1825 Plus? And you're right, I don't know. It's definitely out there, but they're really taking their sweet, sweet time on that one. But $899 for a quad-core AMD Ryzen system here with ECC memory included and 4 gigabit LAN ports on the rear and the option to scale up with an additional PCIe card. And this is the one that's got the M.2 NVMe slots inside that support both caching but also storage pools if you use their own drives. It's a decent enough little 8-bay. It's one of the most popular photo video editor NASs out there, at least in Synology's lineup, and $899 with 100 nicker off is a sweet, sweet little deal, I've got to say. Finally, if the 1821 Plus seems a little bit too big for you, you can scale it down to the £800 DS1621 Plus. It's the same CPU, ECC memory support. It's pretty much the same damn thing, but with one difference. It's only got 6 bays rather than 8 bays. It's a little bit more compact, therefore it's going to have a little lesser in terms of power consumption overall. And if you're looking for something a little bit more middle ground between that DS923 Plus and that DS1821 Plus, this serves as a lovely little option there in the middle. So, but there you go. Those are the best Synology NAS deals right now for Black Friday. Tomorrow I'll be releasing another video where we cover as many regions as we can. We'll be talking about network switches, NASs, all the different brands, hard drives, SSDs, the works. And if you want to find out a lot of those deals early, there is a link in the description to the dedicated NAS deal page over on NAS Compares. We're adding them all the time, and then the community pages where you guys are adding them for yourself. But thank you so much for watching and have yourselves a fantastic day.